My people are often misunderstood. We're used to
If
it.
my people were more open to interacting with yours, we could do away with such misperceptions.
It's not that easy.
I hear many city folk talk about how wonderful it must be to live simpler lives, close to the earth. They could learn from the Dalish.
We do live quite...
I'm
Whoops.
sorry.
Whoops.
I did not mean it like... I have met very few elves.
That's not what I
and
meant to
those
say.
that I have met were pledged to the service of Orlesian nobles.
Slaves.
They are serfs. There is no slavery in Orlais.
I see.
Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer life.
Wow.
A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at.
So I should offer myself to some Orlesian noble?
No. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend.
Apology accepted.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hope, please tell me I didn't lose. Please don't let me have lost any approval. Please. Please. Oh, thank God.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Why'd you decide to come to
My
Ferelden?
mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to... I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her.
Why did she leave then?
She had served Cicely, the Lady Cicely, for many years and was loyal. Mother died when I was very young. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cicely.
You were very young, it's understandable.
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that.
Yeah, Andraste's Grace. It's one of her only. It's one of the gifts that can only be given to Leliana.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
What's on your mind?
You miss anything about Orlais?
I miss Val Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val Royeaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses. And always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
I've never been to Orlais.
If you get the chance, you should see it, at least Val Royeaux. Of course there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes, and you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
You now have fine things now?
I left behind much leaving Orlais, but there is more. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes! Living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
Oh, I love shoes.
When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
Must have cost a lot.
Yes, well, a fair amount. It is so frivolous and waste. Oh, I could talk
Let's talk about shoes all day. I got time. We got time, don't we, guys? Come on, it's not... Okay, it might actually end up being a little bit more.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
I have not progressed enough in her... Okay, Leliana's done for now. Party member round up.
What do you need? Ask away.
What can a Templar do?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army.
Sweet.
The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
Sweet. So Templars use magic themselves?
You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages.
They only.
Against a
There's
regular
no really
person,
about it.
I'm just a guy in a metal suit.
So, have you hunted many mages?
No, I never actually became a... I was only present during one harrowing. The girl they tested, she had a demon put inside her to see if she could resist. And she couldn't. I have to say I didn't have much interest in becoming a Templar after that.
Seems like the Templars could run the Chantry.
You'd think that. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves...
That's horrible.
Well, they do it. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talent.
It
The
doesn't.
Chantry...
Yeah, no. Lyrium does not have any effect whatsoever. It's just a drug to keep them
What do you need?
controlled.
Ask away.
How'd you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Haha, very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar.
You don't seem like the religious sort.
You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
I think... Why'd the Grand Cleric want to keep you?
I wondered that myself. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the grave. The Chantry didn't lose. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it
I
hadn't...
shouldn't have brought him up.
No. It's... Come on, let's go. What do you need?
Do you want to talk about
You
Duncan?
don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
That doesn't mean I don't mourn his loss.
Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost
There's
him.
no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive.
That's an
I
excellent
think
idea.
he came from High Ever, or so he said. The Dalish don't practice cremation, do they?
We bury
How do your
them
people honor your dead?
and plant a tree over their
That
remains.
sounds quite beautiful. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Maybe I'll go to Highever
I'd
with
like
you
that.
when you go.
So would he, I think.
I think Duncan would love that.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you
Ask
something.
away.
So you said this R. Lehman raised
Did
you?
I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slaughtering dogs from the Anderfels. A whole pack of them, in fact.
I thought you were raised by the Chantry.
Oh, there you go, listening to me again. You'd think you'd have gotten past that already. I ended up in the Chantry, sure, but I didn't start there. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind.
Aww. Damn it.
My mother
I
was
wanted
a
the
servant
Joe.
girl in Redcliffe
Oh, well.
Castle who died when I was very young.
No, she
Arlene
didn't.
wasn't my father, but he
As
took
I
me in
understand.
anyhow. He put a roof over my head. He was good to me. And he
I don't
didn't
know.
have
I've
to.
heard I've heard.
I respected the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
So why did he send you off?
Arlene eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumours which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised